Welcome to day one of the ACE IELTS 8-day intensive. Before we look at a single slide, we need to fix your mindset. Most students fail IELTS reading because they treat it like a school English test. They think, if I read the whole story, I will find the answer. But it's totally wrong. In IELTS, the passage is a haystack and the answer is a needle. If you try to move the whole haystack, you run out of time. Today, I am giving you a metal detector. We are going to master skimming, scanning, and the synonym match, or also called closed reading. I have 4 interactive challenges ready for you on the screen. By the end of this video, you will stop reading and start hunting. Let's go to the first pillar. So let's talk about scanning first. Scanning is the ability to locate specific information without reading for meaning. Imagine you are looking for a name in a phone book. You don't read every name, you look for the shape of the letters. So let's talk about the strategy. For that, do not move your eyes left to right. Move them in a Z pattern or bottom to top. You are looking for hard keywords, things that don't change, like numbers, dates, and capital letters. So, let's do our first interactive challenge. Look at this text about the Royal Albert Bridge. Many students get stuck reading about this. That's a distractor. So, your goal is to find the year the bridge was opened or built. You have 10 seconds. Eyes on the screen. Go. Okay, so did you find 1959? Look at the second to last line. If you saw 1848 or 1854, you found dates, but they weren't the opening date. Scanning finds the number. Closed reading confirms it. If you found 1859 in under 10 seconds, type rather in the comments right now. Now, let's look at pillar 2, which is skimming. If scanning is a radar, skimming is a bird's eye view. And why do we do it? Because you need to know the geography of the passage. If you spend 2 minutes skimming at the start, you create a mental map. When question 5 asks about future technology, your brain says, "Oh, I remember seeing that in the last paragraph." You don't waste time searching the whole page, do you? So now it's time for challenge number 2. I have 3 paragraphs here. Which paragraph discusses the health, the secret? Only read the first sentence of each paragraph. That is the topic sentence. It tells you the DNA of that paragraph. You have around 9 seconds. Look now. It's paragraph B. Why? Because the first line says regular cycling offers numerous health advantages. You didn't need to read about bone density or cardiovascular fitness. To know this was the health section. That is the power of a topic sentence. Now, time for pillar 3, the synonym match. This is where 90% of students lose marks. They scan for the exact word from the question. In IELTS, that word is almost never there. They use synonyms. If the question says the price increased, the text will say the cost rose. If you are looking for the word price, you will walk right past the answer. Now, look at this interactive slide. The text says Researchers have observed that indigenous populations in the Amazon possess a profound understanding of herbal medicine, which has remained unaltered for centuries. Now, let's just match the twins. Indigenous, native people, profound, deep, unaltered, hasn't changed. Now, can you solve this? You have some seconds. Yes, the correct answer is B. Since you saw these matches, now the section from word in text to synonym in answer, you have found the answer. Before you look at the text, underline the key word in the question and spend 2 seconds thinking, what is another word for this? That's your tip. Now, let's talk about the silent killer. You find the right paragraph, you find the right synonym, but you still get zero. Why? The word limit. Look at the slide. The text says the most iconic inhabitant is the green sea turtle. The question asks, the reef is a famous habitat for the dash. The instruction says no more than 2 words. So, if you write green sea turtle, you get 0. In the comments, tell me, how would you fix this? Which word would you cut? You have some time for that. You must write sea turtle. Why? Because sea turtle is a noun. Green is just an adjective. In IELTS, if you go over the limit, the computer doesn't even read your answer. It just marks it wrong. Always, always count your words. So, day 1 is complete. You now know how to build a map, how to use a radar, how to find the synonyms, and how to stay within the word limits. But watching this video won't get you a band-aid. Doing the work will. Here is your day 1 mission. The PDF. Download the practice PDF in the description box given below. It contains the full versions of the bridge, bicycle and drift text with 20 questions. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Try to use only the skills we learned today. And tell me your score out of 20 in the comment section. I'll be reading them. Subscribe and hit that bell because tomorrow is day 2 and we are tackling the king of all headaches. True, false, not given. I'm from Ace IELTS. You've got this. Class dismissed.